Welcome back to Bordeaux Life, everyone. Today, we're not at the abandoned house renovation project in Bordeaux. We're actually where the French call the Porte de Médoc, which is the doorway to the Médoc. We're going to have a look at a beautiful chateau for sale. Let's go. Welcome to this beautiful mansion on a beautifully crisp wintry morning. Would you like to come and have a look inside?
That sounds perfect, Ed.
So we found this place for sale with an agent, and a real estate agent, and kind of investment guru, and kind of a guy that would hold your hand through the buying process and help you invest your money in France. His name's Florent.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to meet you. Welcome. Donc, je vais parler en français, hein. Je ne suis pas chauvin, mais j'aime bien parler en français. Aujourd'hui, moi, je vais vous présenter une maison que j'ai à la vente et qui est dans une commune qui s'appelle le Taillan-Médoc. Je crois qu'Edouard l'a cité tout à l'heure. C'est une très très belle demeure, une maison de maître avec pratiquement 16 800 mètres carrés de terrain. On est sur un espace très bucolique, très agréable. Et avec Edouard, on va vous la présenter. Elle est juste là. Déjà, juste la façade parle d'elle-même.
Thank you, Florent. Yeah,
You're welcome.
The facade is from about the end of the 19th century, and it's stunning. You could just imagine kind of that me up there, kind of Romeo Julieting it with you, Anna. Of course, there's living area downstairs, and that's where we're going to start. But when we get upstairs, of course, again, we've got this second entrance upstairs. It is an atypical house. As you go around, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I think there's certain things that possibly need changing inside, but it's in a state that it doesn't matter. You can do what you want with it, really. So let's get in.
There we go.
I'm not going to stand in this niche like I do in the one in Villeneuve, because it's made out of wood. But you can see a nice kind of smallish entrance hall. There used to be a staircase going up here, but that's actually been kind of condamné, so they've kind of done away with that. So it's a staircase to nowhere. That we'll come back to in a minute, what I think that could be, the whole of this area behind here. But a nice little niche to kind of walk into, some nice room, you know, a reception room. And with it being about 200 metres squared of living in this part of the house, we're not wasting any kind of space in here.
No, and you could just see a nice light hanging there.
Yeah. Let's go to my left first.
And to my right.
And I think this would probably be a sitting room. Like I said, ignore the work. It's not been lived in for a long time, and it's superficial. There's no real big structural problems. Yes, it needs renovating, but it's a nice big room. You could really kind of imagine yourself in here in a nice salon, and maybe add a little bit of coving here and there. Maybe change that rosace into something a little bit kind of more splendid. But yeah, nice big room. Lovely parquet, old parquet. So yeah, you can see these nails. You know, that's how you know the parquet is quite old. Probably come up beautifully, that. Well, it would come up beautifully. Lovely marble fireplace. Simple, but, you know, not broken, not yeah, not in bad shape, that.
It does have big windows.
Yeah, the windows are lovely sizes, but they probably need replacing, most of them. I'd get double glazing in there as quick as possible. This wall here, though,
You've been tapping it, haven't you?
yeah, let's give it a little bang again. It's one of those brick walls. And I think this place would lend itself quite well to having that wall out. Keeping that door as kind of a formal entrance into the salon, but you'll see why I want to take that wall out in a little while. Let's go back to the other side and have a look on the other side.
What are you thinking, Ed?
Thinking this room here would be really good as a dining room. And we'll have a look outside at a couple of ideas I had outside as well. They're only my ideas. They're just what I think this place, how I think this place could work, and where I think things could be really improved outside and inside. But yeah, looking here, have quite a nice big dining table. If we wanted to, that's the kitchen through there. And if we wanted to, we could take this wall out. In fact, you could take any of these walls out downstairs because they're all that brick.
Which you love to break.
Yeah. I like the idea of leaving this wall in, and with behind the entrance like niche there where the staircase was, if we took all of that out, it would be really useful because through to the kitchen, it's not actually that big in the kitchen. And I think if we took that area out there, it could, and took these wardrobes out, maybe put them somewhere else if we wanted to, you could have a lot bigger area for the kitchen. And like I say, you could either take that wall out or not take it out, up to you. But yeah, this is the wall I was talking about that goes through to that salon on the other side. And I don't know, I think it just worked quite well. Either sneak a little bit of the salon off and put some doors further on, or just try and make this kitchen a little bit more glamorous, a little bit bigger. It's got a lovely stone fireplace. Once you take this paint off, it will come up really nice. This obviously would have to go, but
they are good features.
Yeah, the features are there. The dining room has, if you look through from here, it has a lovely fireplace.
It does. And I love the floor, black and white. Well, look at this nice old sink.
Yeah. I think the floor behind you, Anna, is not that old, and I would be tempted to kind of redo all of the tiles everywhere. I know people would probably, but you can go get reclaimed tiles.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think the hall, it's got lovely old tiles and possibly worth keeping, but those in the dining room, I'd kind of change. Before we go out to the back side and upstairs and have a look at the rest, I want to just have a little look outside, and possibly we'll put a kind of Google map up or some kind of aerial map up.
Because it's got a lot of land, doesn't it?
Yes, but there's something that I don't like. It's kind of one of my pet hates, and I think it could work a lot better if there were just slight changes outside.
Are you already into like renovation mode, Ed?
Well, I think just giving my advice and kind of projecting what I do here, and people could just take that with a pinch of salt, or they could actually listen to me. Whatever.
Fair enough.
Right now, it's possible to drive all the way around the mansion, and for me, it kind of takes off an area that you don't actually have with the main house, which is kind of terrace area. And if it was, like I say, if it was me doing it, this side, I would not allow cars. I'd even go as far as to put up some kind of hedge and a fence here, so that we get a little bit of privacy from the entrance. And this whole area here would be a lovely kind of deck or patio coming off the kitchen and the dining room. And if we were to go as far could possibly even sneak in a pool over here somewhere.
You've already thought about it.
Well, yeah, I did have a sneaky peek on, like I say, on an aerial view, and like I say, it's one of my pet hates that, you know, everything's around the car. When we bought Villeneuve, it had the same problem. Most of the garden was taken up by a big driveway getting to the other side of the plot where there was a garage, and you know, okay, great, everybody has cars, but let's not kind of make the whole building and home about the car. So yeah, if it was me, I'd kind of block off this bit and make a large patio and possibly a pool next to it.
It sounds like a great idea, because you came, like you were upstairs, like I'm just there, and then came down the steps over here, and then it'd be a beautiful backdrop, like sitting on the terrace, having a glass of wine by the pool.
Well, if you come around the other side, Anna, you can actually drive round the other side. And I don't think it's that much of a problem that the salon, probably where people would watch a bit of TV, read a book, I think if a car went past, I don't think it's the end of the world there. Whereas it's really lacking an outdoor area, which is normal because it's not been lived in for how long?
20 years.
Yeah, and it just needs an outdoor area, basically. It's crying out for it. Before we go back inside, let's just talk about a little thing, which is on the back side of this mansion, we have a little kind of extension that was done. I think it wasn't a huge time ago, but it was done in the same style and with stone, obviously. But there's a 40-metre squared apartment that's been renovated with a garage and with some storage underneath. So I see that as a positive. Right now it's rented out, so we can't look in there, but apparently it's in really good condition and ready to live in. But that would be where you'd live whilst you renovated if you were DIYing, which I think is the way to go on this building. But yeah, so there's a little apartment there, and that could come in useful. Again, you could possibly integrate it into the main building, or it could just be a separate apartment. I mean, not thought of everything, but I'm just kind of spitballing there. But let's get back inside and we'll go back upstairs now. Now, one place where I think it'd be a little bit of an investment, but I think you would reap the benefits of it, is to put a new staircase in, a stone staircase, off this kind of kitchen area somewhere around here, leading up to the corridor upstairs. Because right now, it doesn't feel like a mansion, this staircase. It feels like a small staircase just for getting to a little apartment, because that's where the apartment is. Yeah, let's go through and you can see the elements we were talking about. So down here is the garage and the storage with a little door out back.
Do we see that now or after?
Let's poke our heads in now. It's all very clean down here and very you know, good quality. There's no kind of mold or anything like that down here.
No, it looks beautiful.
I think the guy knows we're on dry January, Anna. That's why he left us alone with his wine. When we're doing these tours, we do like to have a little look at what they're drinking.
We do. So what are we drinking here?
Well, we're not drinking anything.
Well, what is the owner drinking?
I don't know where it's from. It must be from the Medoc, surely.
Well, there's some champagne here.
Uh-huh. There you go. Yeah, there's some home Medoc. So, yeah. But this is obviously a great little area. Apparently, with the height, it can be habitable. So if you wanted to do something, I don't know what down here, turn it into something actually livable, you could do. So you've got this.
Yeah, and this is not counted in the meter square.
Yeah, this is another 40 metres underneath. And the owner, who was very particular in explaining everything to me, says this had a lot of work done to it and stabilisation work to make sure that there's no problems with the building. And at the same time, they've brought another pipe in for the main house, so that's a water pipe. It's put soil stacks with little caps on everywhere so that when renovating, you can add all those soil pipes in. Am I looking a little bit David Dickinson in this light?
You're looking a bit, yeah,
or Donald
orangey.
Trump, should I say?
Well, I think you're like a fake tan. You're looking
Or
fake
or
tan.
an Oompa Loompa. Yeah, no, the light's a little bit orangey. So, but yeah, it's got all these connections. So really, it's ready to go with the heating through into the main house, water through into the main house, and soil pipe through. I even saw a cable sticking out of the fireplace that looked like it was for an oven. So
I think it's very well thought for.
Yeah.
I mean, there is work to be done, but
I mean, look at this. This has not just been, whacked up and then quickly left. This has been really thought through and well renovated above. So I presume that apartment up there is quite nice.
yeah, and you can even see the stone behind. It's
Yeah, really
looking
nice
good.
condition, yeah.
And I can just see 2 little windows here, so
Yeah, and the same again on the other side.
let's see if you still look orange, Ed.
I've lost my... No,
You've lost your
I've
orange
lost my
tinge.
tan.
No, because like we can see all the connections there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay, let's get upstairs because, Anna, I really like the upstairs and I really like the potential of the upstairs.
You've seen something upstairs that you fell in love with.
Yes, Anna, I've fallen in love with another lady.
Oh, I'm sure she's very good looking, Ed.
Well, she's a stunner, but I'm not so sure if she might be a bit ill. She's a bit pale.
Oh. You can't go any faster to see that girl.
I know, this is the apartment. I don't know whether somebody's in or not, so I'm not shouting. But yeah, that's the apartment. And like I said, this is a kind of what I'd call a servant staircase. Let's go through. So now we're going through to the part where you're going to have some imagination again. Let's go.
But it's your favourite part.
Yep. So this is the area somewhere around here where I think it'd be nice to have a proper stone staircase sweeping up into the kind of corridor area.
What are you showing us first? Your lady friend or something else?
Yeah, let's go through to the front first. So behind these net curtains is where I stood at the start of the video.
Oh, yes.
So it's almost like a formal entrance upstairs. Probably needs a bit of thinking about how to deal with the layout up here, whether it's incorporated in a bedroom or whether it's a corridor, I don't know. But one thing's for sure, some of these walls are going to have to be moved around, apart from this wall.
Girl, then show us the wall. Oh.
I think another niche, mirroring the niche downstairs in exactly the same place as the niche downstairs as well. It's got a fireplace underneath. I mean, what more could you want? A niche with a fireplace underneath. So it's a lovely bit of character, all kind of together. Does anybody kind of have any ideas where I might be thinking of this?
Oh, the beautiful lady that you fell in love with.
Yeah, I think she did have something in her hand up there. I don't know whether it's broken or not, but and her little finger's been broken off and put back on.
Oh, no.
But it's put back on.
Oh.
Up here, I don't know whether it's just degraded, because she's just got something small in her hand there. I think it's something small in her hand here. But I really love this for Villeneuve, for the little niche we have in Villeneuve. And we're going to find out because it's the daughter that owns this. And yeah, we're going to see if she'll sell it to us for Villeneuve.
She is stunning.
A little bonus for us there, no?
Well, if it's reasonable, yes, because she is beautiful. Although I do feel maybe there was something downstairs as well, but where did that one go?
I don't know. So up here is where somebody can have a real lot of fun kind of figuring out the dispositions of the rooms. Mm-hmm. I mean, one idea would be to put a wall in either side of this niche, but then what would you do? Split it up into a smaller room and a bigger room? I don't know. That's the fun for the person that whoever buys this place.
The decisions.
The decisions to make. Let's have a look at the features in here. I think the moulding, I don't know, I wouldn't be too worried about breaking the moulding. You can always buy some new moulding and upgrade even.
Yes, or try and like even go do the same, but like...
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, you choose what you want to do. But you've got things like the fireplace, of course, lovely with a nice mirror in.
And that actually, the trumeau, it's looking good, right?
Yeah, I mean the little nicks on it, that was a bit of character. We have that in some of the moulding in Villeneuve, don't we, where it's been chipped a little bit.
It's beautiful with the light blue colour there, it's looking really nice.
Mm. So you've got a room here, it's split in two here.
So you were saying there's another room at the back?
Yeah, there's another room at the back here. And then the same kind of mirror image on the other side. Let's go through.
I mean, the room at the back, it's got nice floors.
The whole place has got really good parquet, and it all seems to be in really good condition. As I come through this kind of upstairs area, I think the best thing to do would possibly to knock out every single one of these partitioning walls and start again and figure out the disposition. Yeah, see, these are all partitioning walls that don't actually need to be here. So you're losing lots of space everywhere with all these little things. But I'm pretty sure you could get 4 very nice ensuite bedrooms up here. It's nice to see the lino protecting the floorboards in here. Take the lino up and you've got the same floorboards again. Let's go through into the last room up here. And the same again as the front room.
Beautiful.
This one actually has a mirror, but it's not set in the kind of recess. It's just been placed on top and painted the same colour.
Well, it's a very good idea actually, because from where I am, you can't tell. If you hadn't told me.
Yeah. These 2 rooms on this side, so the one with the lino and here, they look out onto where I said it would be good to have a little terrace. And then on the other side, they look out onto where there's the road that you can drive down and a garden, basically. So no nasty views.
No, it's surrounded by trees and...
Yeah, it's got, I think it's got something like 10,000 metres, I can't remember.
Over 16,000.
Yeah, 16.
And apparently the people, so this property has been in the family for 5 generations. Yeah. And it's surrounded by the other brothers and sisters that own a lot of the land.
Yeah, I think it's possible to buy another 10,000 of metres squared of woodland again. It's all protected woodland as well, so you're not allowed to just come along and chop it down and build houses. But there's another 10,000 metres squared of woodland on one side, another 16 on the other side, all connected to the property. But yeah, how much woodland would you want? If you want it, you can buy it. Right. We'll go down and have a look at the rest of the property, because that's not all the property, and there's actually a fully renovated, self-contained house ready to go. So Anna, you're stood on my terrace there. How are you liking it?
It's a very nice terrace.
So there's woodland all around here, and over there, I'm going to save you your cold, wet feet, Anna, because if you walk over there, it gets a little bit wet and things. But over there, there's another kind of building. It was a building, we'll say. It's in very bad state, but apparently it's possible to knock that down and have something kind of ecological, like a wooden house, not, concretey and things like that. But I think the mayor would be open to you having kind of a log cabin style house over there. So, the rental opportunities are kind of piling up on each other. You've got the little apartment, the main building, the log cabin kind of place over there. I mean, it could even be independent.
The future log cabin place.
Yeah, it could be independent. You could have a slight change off the road in and drive over to it. So we're going to go over there where you've got the other house that I was talking about, fully renovated, and some kind of outbuilding like sheds, which are really useful. Sometimes I think it might be best to plant some trees and things just to hide some of the kind of outbuildings from the main house to try and kind of keep it looking glamorous as such. But let's go around there and see that house. So here's the apartment with the door and the garages down below. And as we come across here, it's the old pigeonnerie, so where the pigeons were kept. There's been a side extension here, tastefully done, tiny stones on the edges and things. And yeah, let's go inside and have a look. So straight into kind of like a little kitchen area. It's actually got underfloor heating, reversible aircon. Through here we've got straight through into a bedroom, bathroom and a kind of patio door out. Somebody's actually living here, so we're not going to show too much of this, but you can see there's a little patio area outside, and yeah, it could be a nice little kind of private patio area out there, maybe plant some bushes and things like that. We'll come back through here now. Here we are in the main living area. Beautiful fireplace. It's nice and warm in here again. It's got the underfloor heating, but you could imagine having a lovely fire there. Through here into another bedroom. Ensuite again, and this is the kind of private kind of terrace area I was saying you could possibly have on the other side. Maybe not quite as big a view, but you know.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Waking up here.
Yeah. So there's, like I say, ensuite.
We're not going to show because obviously people are living here, but
yeah,
it's at least, it's got 2 bedrooms downstairs.
Yeah, and let's just have a quick peek upstairs because there's a rather large area upstairs.
Are you gonna be practicing your sewing skills?
No, I don't want to go to the hand hospital again. Yeah, so this is where the actual pigeonnerie holes are.
Why? Because I need to get those.
Yeah, it's a quick solution what he's done there, and he's done a really good job really. I might be tempted to just put like double glazing a bit further in so that you don't have to take them off and clean them out every so often, but it's lovely to have those holes through and the view through to the main building. So yeah, you've got your little atelier up here, and then through here, look at the size of it. You've got a massive bedroom with an ensuite again. Brand new Velux, air conditioning, and like I say, ensuite again. Again, it is being lived in here. This is somebody's bedroom, so
yeah,
we can't stay too long. Should we go back outside and have a little chat through numbers and ideas and business opportunities here, really, and why I think it's a good investment?
Sounds good, Ed.
Let's go back to that front. I think we had a little friend there, didn't we?
I heard a little something. I thought, is it a little kitty cat?
Yes. Psst, 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 psst. Hello.
We have a little friend. I can see him or her. I think it's a him. Okay, let's leave the little kitty cat to it, and let's go and talk about numbers outside. But that was a nice walk around.
Yeah. So all in all, I think you get a lot for your money here for 1.3 million. Like we said, we're at the Port de Médoc, not too far from Saint-Emilion really. A lot of kind of opportunities, but also a lot of work. And I think with it being a fairly affluent area, it's probably going to be worth quite a bit once renovated. So a good investment, but you have to really be looking for the work and be ready to do lots of work yourself. If you are interested in this property, as per usual, we'll put Florent's details in the description. He's a really nice guy, and he will really help you invest in France. Hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell, and of course, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. See you all next time.